Coquelin looking for Walcott, nearly finding him, but for the intervention of Konchesky. Now Schlupp. He might outrun some, but not Hector Bellerin. Coquelin, Cazorla, Mesut Özil, shapes the shoot, stings the palms, Walcott buries it! 5 minutes before the break, Arsenal double their lead, and Theo Walcott continues his purple patch since returning from injury.
Well, it's wonderful for Theo Walcott and Arsenal. It's a heartbreaker for Leicester City and Mark Schwarzer, isn't it? Hector Bellerin does really well there. He's backed up. It is a wonderful strike. Walcott is onside, and Mark Schwarzer may be a little bit disappointed. If it's too hot to handle as a goalkeeper, you've got to get it away from the danger area, palms it back in to an area where Theo Walcott is coming in, and that is a great finish.
Cambiasso looking to keep this one alive. May well have been handball in there, but nothing given. He has kept it alive. He's found Riyad Mahrez. Still plenty of blue in there. Koscielny there to meet it. Kramaric! £1 million of January business, and he has a goal at the Emirates to spark new life into Leicester.
Well, I don't think anybody can dispute the fact that they've deserved it.
So that's it. The game actually ended Arsenal 2 and Leicester City 1. After the game, Nigel Pearson came out to say he's tired of having his team being on the unlucky side because he believes that they deserve the points or even the 3 points at the Emirates. But Arsene Wenger doesn't care. 3 points is in the bag, and Theo Walcott is on the part of recovery after seeing him score that good goal. So that's it. We're expecting more action today in the English Premier League. But we want to talk to fans of the top 4 team at the moment. That's Chelsea, Manchester City, Southampton. Surprise, surprise. And Arsenal. Do you think the Gunners can finish 4th on the table? Do you think Southampton will drop? Let's hear from you. On Twitter, our channels_sports, and on Facebook, our channels-sports. What do you think after match day 25 the table will look like? We're going to be seeing some major turnarounds. At the moment, it's still Chelsea that tops, but Southampton is on 45 points, Arsenal 45, Manchester United is on 44, and they are 5th on the table. Should they win tonight, a lot of changes will happen. So tell us, what do you think will happen at the end of match day 25 of the English Premier League? But let's begin with the results first before we come to the top 4 teams. Let's begin with the results from last night, Larry. Larry, interestingly, is an Arsenal fan, and I was reading his tweets on Twitter. And Larry, you didn't believe that Leicester was pushing Arsenal all the way.
And I was saying, you're not playing Barcelona. I was saying, you play Barcelona, it's fear. Mm-hmm. You play Bayern Munich, it's trepidation. You play Chelsea, it's heart palpitation.
What is it with Leicester?
What is it with Leicester, for crying out loud? How do you play Leicester and you're 80 for the last 10 minutes? You are at the edge of your seat, wondering if they will equalize or go ahead to even win that game. Arsenal fans are trying. I must confess. But it was a good victory for Arsenal. 3 points in the bag. Wenger won't care. Although Pearson said, they are unlucky. I agree. Yeah. But Arsenal won't care. 3 dirty points, and he won it, and he deserves to be where he is right now, which is 4th position.
So the results on your screen: Hull City defeated Aston Villa. They're still struggling. They lost down by 2 goals to nothing. But guess the team that travelled away without a manager to stand Sunderland. Queen's Park Rangers defeating Sunderland right there at the Stadium of Light by 2 goals to nothing. And then what a remarkable story it was for Mario Balotelli in that game between Liverpool and Tottenham. It was Mario that came in as a substitute and then got the winner. Enigmatic Mario. He didn't celebrate after the game. He just walked to the dressing room. But good result for Liverpool, Larry.
Definitely, it is a very fantastic result. I was expecting on the balance of play that Tottenham will be able to get at least a point from that game, and the manager actually said so, Pochettino, and I agree with him to an extent. But having said that, I think Liverpool were value for 3 points. They played like Trojans, and it was all the subplots actually came together. Sturridge with the back heel that was almost a goal. That was Zlatan-esque. What's his name now? Coming into the party too, Harry Kane. Yeah. Also getting on
3 goals all season now.
Also getting a good goal yesterday, and Balotelli comes off the bench, and that was the highest point of the game yesterday. At 2-2, you thought, okay, to end both teams will share the spoils. He comes on and gets a brilliant opportunistic goal, so to speak. He was at the right place at the right time, and he scored. Brilliant one from Balotelli.
That's it. That's what you expect from a big game when Liverpool and Tottenham plays. But Mario Pochettino is taking positives from that game. Says his side, talking about Tottenham, didn't play badly, and they hope to sustain the momentum they have found. Particularly with Harry Kane playing good football. Let's see some of the fixtures that we're expecting tonight. And then when Chelsea is playing Larry, and they're on top of the table at this stage, Jose Mourinho will not in any way take chances.
Definitely. This is one of the games that usually give Chelsea a that give Chelsea headache. Talking about their opposition, Everton. Don't forget that last season they actually lost at Everton 1-0. But this season they went to Everton and won 5-3. So Chelsea have been to Goodison Park and they won 5-3. This is the reverse fixture, and you would assume that Chelsea should be able to roll over Everton. Not roll per se, but you expect them that they will get maximum points if all of their players, particularly Hazer, Costa, Fabregas, can come into the party. Southampton as well at home, they hardly lose these days. They hardly concede as well, and you bring that down to the organization of Ronald Koeman. Yep. You would expect that they will also win, get 3 points, and put pressure on Manchester City. Manchester City also cannot afford to drop points. They're already 7 points behind Chelsea. Yeah. They have not won any game ever since Yaya Toure went for the Nations Cup. Now Yaya Toure is back after enjoying all the lajes with the Ivorian president.
I don't even think he will play.
But I don't think he will play today. Yeah. Definitely. This game is coming too early for him. He will rest and then play, maybe in the weekend. But having said that, you would expect all the main gladiators to win their games, talking about Chelsea, Man United, Southampton, and Man City.
Okay, quick run on today's fixtures. We told you Southampton will play West Ham United. West Brom will play Swansea. They will welcome Swansea to the Old Towns. And Crystal Palace will play Newcastle. Stoke City will take on Manchester City. And Manchester United will play Burnley. And if you look at that Stoke City-Manchester City game, if you want to judge by the last game Man City played, if they can't get all 3 points at the Etihad, then Stoke City, traveling to the Britannia is not an easy one. So that's it.
Manchester City has actually lost at the Etihad just once this season, and that was to Stoke City. So it is payback time. You think they will go to Stoke, Britannia, and then win? Okay,
let's see. We will be watching to see how that will pan out. Top 14 in the English Premier League after 25 games played. But the first 3 teams there, they're still on 24 until they play tonight's game. Chelsea tops the table with 56 points. Manchester City is second with 49. Southampton is third with 45. And then Arsenal is on the 4th position with 45 points. But when you look at the table and see how tight it is, anything can happen after tonight's game. Bottom 4, QPR, Aston Villa, Burnley, and Leicester. And look at Aston Villa on that table. When you're talking about English football, anything can happen. What's Aston Villa doing there? And with the new TV rights deal being announced, no team would want to leave the English Premier League now.
£5.1 billion. You
need to scream that.
£5.1 billion. I wish our administrators are listening and watching. £5.1 billion. That's the value of the Barclays Premier League right now. The TV rights for the next 3 years. Wow. If you convert that to naira, that is 1.6 trillion naira. That is more than the budget of some states. That's more than the budget of some states in Nigeria. If we get our acts right, it just shows you the importance of football, particularly from the advertisement point of view. 1.6 trillion naira for 3 years. That is why everybody's screening up to what the Premiership, everybody's screening up to be a part of that brand. It's big, it's huge, Austin.
It's massive, and that's what we keep saying. If we develop our football, we can actually get to this level. Look at Congo DR. Look at what they're doing with TP Mazembe. Look at Al Ahly of Egypt and the rest. You know that there is money in football. We just need to look at ways we can actually tap from it. Let's leave football now. I'll talk about boxing. That's another sport that when you talk about it, you think money. And we're talking about Money Man, Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Larry was saying when is the fight, but he's doubting that this fight will ever happen.
Also, this fight, it must happen. No? I can't just say more than that. It must happen. This fight will turn so many things around. Apart from the fact that this fight will be one of the most expensive in the boxing history, apart from the fact that the pay-per-view will also explode and shoot through the roof, apart from the fact that over 1 billion people around the world will tune in to watch, it will also put end to the bragging rights between between the East and the West. Pacquiao is from the East. The Filipinos, they love him. Everybody in Asia love him. And then, of course, Mayweather, the money man, showman, everybody loves him in the West. We need to see this fight. It must happen. It must happen.
That's it. I totally agree with Larry Peniel. This fight must happen. It was, what's his name? Americana came out to say this fight will not happen. Now Oscar De La Hoya is saying that this fight will not happen. I and Larry will say this fight must happen, and I'm sure a lot of boxing fans want this fight to happen. That's it. So with that punch from Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr., we'll wrap up sports this morning on Channels Television. But remember, I keep telling you, when we leave the studio, we get active on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we're Channels-Sports, and on Twitter, we're Channels_Sports. That's it. On behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okonakwa. I'll be back again tonight to talk some more sports. We're back again tomorrow to talk some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.
Centre match, Monfils. 2 sets to love, 6-3, 6-2.